please state your name for the record.
Mindy Freeman,
And Ms. Freeman, where do you currently work at?
the Beaumont Police Department,
And how long you been working there at Beaumont PD?
18 years.
And what area do you work in over there?
Currently assigned to the fraud unit. At the time of this incident, I was assigned to the family violence unit, in criminal investigations division.
Right. So on November 9th, 2024, you were there in the Family Violence Division? With regard to that, did you, how does that work? Do officers go out there initially as the detective? Do other officers generally arrive on scene when an incident occurs, and then call the detectives, investigators after that, or how does it?
Right, and it depends. When a 911 comes in, officers respond, they take the report. If it's a situation where they feel that a detective isn't even on the scene, they'll call us things. If not, then the report's made and it comes up to our unit. It's assigned by our sergeant, and at that time we take over the responsibility.
And on November 9th, 2024, did you receive a report from that date from Officer Dominic Gradozzi?
I did. I didn't receive it that day. I believe that was on a weekend, maybe a Saturday. I received it the following week. It came to me.
Okay. And it came to you, and what was that involving?
I don't understand.
As far as what kind of what was being alleged there when you received the report? What was that?
Oh, okay. So in the family violence unit, we investigate violent crimes between family members or those who have had a previous intimate relationship. This case, there was an outcry of violence. The victim had a previous relationship with the suspect, and he had come to her residence and forced his way into the residence and assaulted her.
And who was the complainant or victim in this case?
Nisha Paul.
So she was alleging family violence that occurred by her ex-boyfriend, was it?
Correct.
Okay. And did you were you able to identify that individual?
Yes, sir.
And who was that?
Charles Johnson.
And do you see Mr. Johnson in the courtroom here today?
Yes, sir.
Could you please point to him to describe what he's wearing?
He's sitting right there in the black shirt with the tank top.
Your Honor, I'd ask the record reflect the witness identified the defendant.
Yes, it will.
And so you received the report from Officer Gradozzi. Were there also some photographs taken there that had been taken of Miss Parr?
Yeah.
And who were those taken by?
ID techs take our photographs. Ms. Parr, though, she was also sent for treatment at a medical facility, so there was photographs taken there as well.
And was she actually sent to have a sexual assault nurse examiner examine her for potentially having been assaulted sexually?
She was.
Okay. And when she you received the medical records from that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And also were there also photos taken from that as well?
Yes, there were.
And you kind of packaged all of that stuff up and presented it to the district attorney's office? With the photos, did you were there any injuries there in those photos to the complainant?
Yes, Ms. Parr had numerous bruises, scratches throughout her body. They were fresh.
And did you actually conduct an interview with Ms. Parr yourself as well? And during that interview, did you find out that her 3 children had been in the home as well previous to that incident?
They had been in the home prior to everything happening, but he had come to the house and actually removed the children while she was gone and put them at his apartment, then came back to her house and assaulted her.
So it was your understanding that he came back, assaulted her while the children were at his apartment?
That's correct.
And did you also have a chance to interview the children there?
Yes, I did.
And which ones did you interview?
There were 3 children, a 13-year-old, I believe an 8-year-old, and a 3-year-old. I talked to the 2 eldest children.
So the 8-year-old and the 13-year-old.
Correct.
And when speaking with them, were they able to corroborate that they had in fact been taken to the apartment by Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
And do you know why they went over there?
He took them over there. I believe the children felt that their mother might be there. He just told them, come with me, and he took them over there. They were over there for several hours eating and kind of hanging out.
So he takes them over there. He comes back, assaults Miss Parr, and then how do the children end up back at the house there?
That's correct.
And at what point did they end up back at the house?
This was after the assault had ended. Miss Parr was able to flee the house. She was unable to call for police herself, so she had to run down the street and flag someone down to use their phone. She called for police. In the meantime, police come and are talking to her as they're bringing her back to the residence. Her children come walking from the front of the residence. They were given a ride back to the residence, but dropped off just down from the residence. They weren't brought home all the way because police were there. So they were dropped off and had walked back the rest of the way. And of course, still hadn't seen their mother and were looking for their mother. They were scared and concerned that the police were at their house.
Did the kids have anything, or did you notice anything? Was there anything that was noticeable as far as what the kids had with them when they returned?
The eldest child had her mother's cell phone, which she did not have that morning when she left the house with Mr. Johnson.
So she didn't have the cell phone when Mr. Johnson came and picked those children up and brought them back to his apartment. And then she had it coming back when he dropped them off while Miss Parr was it she had the Hart's Chicken right there with Officer
Correct.
Gudosi?
Just down the street from her house.
And did you receive the findings there from the same exam?
I reviewed them. There was another detective that actually worked that portion of the case. I did review them.
And there was also some I'll let them get into that. So you essentially received all of this, all the photos, all of the interview with Miss Parr, then you interviewed the children, and based upon that, is you filed a burglary of a habitation with the intending to commit assault there?
Yes, I also did speak with Mr. Johnson by phone.
Okay. And did Mr. Johnson say anything about the assault?
He denied it happened.
Did he ever say anything about being at the residence itself?
He had nothing to say about being at the residence at the time. At this time, no, not during this incident. No.
Did he have any alibis or anyone to say that he was not there or that he was doing something?
Specifically, if there was someone that could state where he was, he said that his adult children could.
And those individuals, Charlie and Simon, or
That's the information he gave me. First names and phone numbers.
did you call those individuals to kind of see if they would back up what Mr. Johnson was telling you?
Absolutely. I tried to call each number. I left messages and no one returned my calls.
So no one ever ended up returning your calls. So based on everything you received, you decided to file charges for the burglary of habitation.
Yeah.
And you didn't file anything on the for the sexual assault, did you?
No, I did not.
And with that, was it ever alleged that he actually sexually assaulted her?
No, the situation was one where Miss Parr was assaulted to the point, choked to the point, strangled to the point that she lost consciousness numerous times. And during one of those, awoke and she was unclothed. Her clothes had been ripped off her. She wasn't aware that she had been assaulted. She never claimed she'd been sexually assaulted, but we didn't know. So, out of precaution, we did the same thing.
That's what it is.
Morning, Detective.
Right?
Some of these are maybe simple questions I gotta ask you. You didn't see any of these incidents occur, did you?
No.
Okay. You were given the report and the photos almost a week later, correct?
Yes, I believe the 14th possibly. was the
Yeah.
date.
Okay. And your evaluation was based on what you were provided and what you were told.
Beyond that, we do investigate. We talk to people. We piece things together, but yes.
That's what I'm getting at, because you were told you ask questions and find out stuff. In other words, you didn't see, again, you didn't see any of this. And did you go out to the scene?
No, I did not.
Okay, all right. So you're relying on what the officers provided to you and the witnesses provide to you?
And photographic evidence, yes.
Yes.
Medical records, things of that nature.
Right, exactly. So based on your investigation of what you were told, you can't testify to the jury why Mr. Johnson went over to that house, can you? Okay, all right. It could have been to assault her. That's one of the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It could also just be to go over and talk to her because they had a relationship before.
Yes.
Okay. And just to clear this up, because I know that everybody's probably thinking about this. The children weren't harmed, were they?
No, they're not.
Oh, okay. And they all knew or seemed to know Mr. Johnson.
Yes, they did.
Okay. All right. And they seemed to go with him without any issue as far as you know.
Correct.
Okay. All right. In other words, he didn't like force them or grab them or tie them up or anything like that, did they?
No, they did not.
Okay. All right. And also, as far as you know, you don't know how Mr. Johnson got in the house, whether he was invited in or forced his way in, do you?
He was not invited in. I did speak to the children. He was not invited in.
But that's what you were told. That's what I'm getting at. Right. Okay. And as far as him being invited in with Miss Parr when she got there, you don't know. You're only going by what she told you, correct? That's what Sean.
When you spoke to Mr. Johnson, he actually denied being at the residence, didn't he?
Correct.
That's right.
Anything else? Is this lady excused? You are excused, ma'am. Thank you. Next, please.
We call Naya Knighton.